we have a Premier League game today. City is going to play today. We have a Premier League game today and tomorrow. But we'll see. We'll see after the weekend, lovely weekend of football we had in the Premier League. Arsenal and Chelsea playing a 1-1 draw. City winning. Liverpool winning against West Ham. Manchester United winning their game. We have another game for today and tomorrow in the Premier League. And so you see, even on Thursday, West Ham is played Liverpool. They are going to play Manchester United on Thursday. So throughout this week is a weekend, is a midweek of football. It's going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for the Premier League. In the La Liga, we have a big game in the La Liga today. We're going to talk about that. It's going to be Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid. It's first versus fourth on the table. It's going to be an interesting game. Real Madrid will be watching with one eye, looking at that game because they play tomorrow. But let's see what happens in these games. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin. Today, we'll talk about the Premier League and the La Liga. Good morning, John.
Yes, a very good morning to you, Godwin. Good morning to all our super fans and football maniacs. Welcome to another midweek game in the EPL.
We hardly have midweek games in the EPL. So we hardly.
Yes, now.
Now the season be this now.
We play the champions. We hardly means that it comes once in a while.
Now the season be this. Okay, now the season be this. Again, a lot of my friends say it's banger for banger. This one is banter for banter. I know everybody is targeting on this one because West Ham back to back. West Ham, Liverpool, Man U, and the next one is big team. Banger for banger, banter for banter. I will be bantering everybody. But again, weekend of football is gone. A midweek of football, very exciting to be. In short, to see a midweek of football because this season is just going to be football after football after football. No time for rest, no time for breaks. On to the next one. And welcome to the show, guys, because it's going to be hot. I got the banter plenty people this week.
Okay.
You don't even get right to banter because now then go to banter you.
You know mean. You lose, you banter. You win, you banter. You dey in the middle, you banter. You play a draw, you banter. Even if your team know they play. I know they play Champions League, I see they banter some people.
Well, let's see. Okay, remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. You can always go there, drop your comments. We'll be reading your comments live here in the studio. Okay, before we move out to the Premier League, I'll just give you the game that happened the weekend in the Serie A because it's getting hot in the Serie A. We'll not really discuss it, but I'll just give you those information. Como beat Sassuolo on Friday by 2-0. Parma lost at home to Udinese 2-0. Girona 2, Verona 1, Juventus 1, Cagliari 2-1. AC Milan beat Lazio 1-0. Lecce beat Torino 2-1. Pisa lost at home to Inter Milan. Atalanta beat Fiorentina 2-0. Lukman scored again in that game. Roma lost at home to Napoli, and Bologna yesterday lost at home to Cremonese. It was just that game was surprising.
Bologna, high flying Bologna.
Yeah, it was a fantastic game for them yesterday. Okay, if you look at the table in the Serie A, it's getting closer and closer. In that battle, first is still Milan. Milan not first; they moved to first position with 28 points now. Roma has dropped. Second on the table is 28 points. Third is Napoli is second on the table with 28 points. Third on the table is Inter Milan with 27 points. Roma fourth on the table with 27 points. If you look at these four teams, it's very, very close. 28, 28, 27, 28, top four. It's going to even Como. I don't want to talk about Como. Como is somewhere just 4 points behind them.
Top six is just the top six is just crazy.
That's why I was surprised that Bologna lost this game. But if Bologna won this game yesterday,
they would have moved up.
They have moved up to
even the seventh position.
So yeah, but I think these four teams, AC Milan, Napoli, and Inter Milan and Roma, I think it's going to be a great battle till the end of the season.
Yes, it's going to be a great battle. 1 point apiece is not much. And even the guys that are tied for 28 points, okay, it's still not much.
2 weeks ago, the same thing.
It's now going to come down to who has a better run of form to maintain their position, or if they play each other, then they have a raffle ticket to be able to get points on top of the other team.
See, consistency is just a key word here because if you're consistently winning your games, you don't have a problem with other teams. I think 3 weeks ago, it was Roma being joined top of the table, 24 points with somebody else on the top. Then after some games, they won. It was 27 points for them, and they were top of the table with other people in 26, and the other team is 25 points also in second place. Now, losing that game against Napoli cost them a lot because you could see that game was kind of intense. Everybody was going at it with that game. It's choke me, I choke you. We are going on the offensive, we are going on the offensive. Nobody wants to sit back and defend until Napoli got that one goal. And all thanks to Højlund's assist in that one and that David Neres in that game. And it just went that way. That one goal was what saved Napoli from that one, and they went up top of the table at the moment. And AC Milan also winning their game. It was clear that AC Milan and Allegri have something cooking for us. But I'm still going to sit back, relax, and observe because I don't want to say this is AC Milan that I know. Because it's still in the initial gra. I said I talk about Kivu, everybody say Kivu is doing well. Now you will see her for third position now. This Allegri and AC Milan, we are still looking at them like, is it for real or are they just IG? Initial gra. But hey, let the season continue. Let's see. I just want to see consistency in each team and see by the end of the season we'll know who is going to win it because my team no dey even perform at all. So let's leave it like that.
It's going to be an interesting game of football in the Serie A. But let's see, is AC Milan still first on the table and Napoli still second? Napoli is the defending champion, and even though they have De Bruyne off injured for a while, but let's see what happens. I'm rooting for Roma actually. It's been a while. Roma has won this.
I
think it's since I don't even remember 30 time 2000 2001. It's been a very long time. Roma last won this Serie A. But let's see. But it's getting hotter and hotter in this Serie A. Okay.
Juventus lost their
I
key
think
man.
it's also been a long time AC Milan did it.
No, AC Milan done like 4 years ago. Now after Osimhen, AC Milan, then Napoli. So Inter Milan, then Napoli. Let's go the talk. AC Milan, Napoli.
4 years is not long
Inter
enough
Milan,
for
Napoli.
you to for a team
3
like
years,
AC Milan to be winning it.
If you get Juventus, Juventus, no, you're talking about teams that should be winning it. AC Milan
I'm
did
saying
it.
AC Milan should be winning
AC Milan,
it.
Napoli.
4 years.
AC Milan,
for,
Napoli, Inter Milan, Napoli.
no,
That's just.
excuse me. 4 years for AC Milan is like 10 years for these guys we're talking about.
I'm just saying that Roma won the league last.
Napoli that went almost 30 years without winning it.
Roma have won the league. The last time they won it 2001.
They deserve if they play
It's
well.
not about deserving. If you do well, you win the league.
So then I talk now, AC Milan not do well now. That's why they don't win now.
I decided what I'm saying is that 4 years for AC Milan is just as long as 18 years or what for Roma too. Because AC Milan have a record of winning the Scudetto week in, week out, season in, season out.
2002 to 9, how many years?
That's 20 something years.
That's
2002.
23 years.
It's 4 years. It's 4 years. The last time AC Milan won the title.
2022 now. That's what I'm saying. They won it. Napoli won. Inter Milan won. And this one is
just a personal preference. Anybody that wins it is fine. If Roma wins it is fine. But let's see, it's going to be an interesting battle.
Okay, another battle for Juventus. They lost their striker Vlahovic during that game. I don't know if it's going to be out for 3 weeks, and I'm hoping he comes back soon, please, because I'm missing him already.
Okay, let's move on to this the Premier League immediately. For today's game, just 3 games today. Bournemouth will play Everton by 8:30, and Fulham will play Manchester City. Then finally Newcastle will play Spurs. Okay, let's talk about Fulham and Manchester City. City won that game, but Fulham they probably started picking up points.
Fulham won their game.
They've been picking up form recently, and 2 assists from our very own. Very own Chukwueze. Probably, I'm hoping that he's going to start today. He started and rewarded the coach with an assist. Maybe he was going to start again. He started from the left, which the way they are playing him now. But I think it's going to cause harm to Manchester City.
We want to see who sabi dribble pass. We don't say Adogo causing trouble or Adogo causing trouble. We want to know who they cause trouble pass because the assignment. I think the Chukwueze I know, and the best place I saw him was at Villarreal. Comes off the bench, he has something to contribute. Starts the match, he has something to contribute. Either ways you play him, either from the bench, because at sometimes you see
I think that is still bearing through even to today.
See, because at some point you hear the coach say, I didn't just have a plan for him. I just told him to go in there and cause chaos, and he came up with an assist. That's what the manager is always saying every time you introduce him in the game. If you now start him, it's like, I know the position is going to sit deep. I needed somebody to break down the defense. Every single manager he's played with has the same comments. Chukwueze. So against City, it's going to be Dogu versus Chukwueze. Let's see who has the creative chances. Let's see who has the creative spark. Let's see who can do something for the team and lead the team forward. But again, I'm looking at this City team like that. They are back. They almost gave up a 2-goal lead in their last game against Leeds United. If they come into this game with that kind of performance, trust me, Fulham is getting the win. 3 points and 3 goals.
I think they gave it up, not almost. Because
They win now. They win. When I say almost, it means we still later win the match. Last we win now. Maybe almost. If they lose that match and they play that draw, it means they don't give them up already. But again, they almost gave it up because they came up with the 3 points.
Okay, John, what do you think will happen in that game today?
First and foremost, there are some things I'm looking out in the City team that I want to see fixes for. Initially in that game against what's their name now, Leeds United, we got the goals early. I think we didn't expect to get the goals as early as we got them, and then secondly, after we got those goals, we kind of switched off. So I just want to see consistency in performance, and then secondly, consistency in the guys that are on the wings because they were not as effective in the previous game. Secondly, talking about Haaland up forward, I want to see Haaland back to scoring
goals.
Yes.
How many games now he has not scored
just
a goal?
one game.
No, he didn't score like last 2 games. So.
He scored the last one. He
He
do like Nepal, like 1 day or 1 day off.
No.
He gets some area maybe like that 1 day or 1 day off.
Who did they play a game before this one?
Mamouche now they bench all their players.
They didn't play him against
Then the game before that one he played. He scored 1 goal. Then the game before that one that he played, like he played one. He played one score. He don't play the next. After they ended his streak,
he wasn't played. Then this game over the
weekend. This is the first Premier League game
yes,
he's not scored in.
Yes.
And no, the second actually this season.
I'm sure that he did not score in back-to-back Premier League.
No,
games. I'm very sure about that one.
No, he did not score. He now went to the next match and scored, I think. Then he came to the Leverkusen game without scoring a goal, and this one now that
he didn't play Leverkusen game.
So back-to-back games that he's not played, if you're counting it that way, is these 2 games that Man City just played. But again, there was a game he didn't score, but in the next game he resumed himself. But it's going to be tough for him again because you're seeing this Calvin Bassey.
I don't think it's going to be tough for
that guy.
And for all the people counting his goals,
saying.
He has
last game they
14.
played against Leeds is Newcastle. He didn't score against Newcastle. It's a back-to-back games he has scored.
He has scored Isak's goal for this season
and
already.
What I'm trying to say is
that the goal that Isak will score this season.
I'm just saying that Haaland have not scored a back-to-back in back-to-back Premier League.
Wetin concern Haaland? They say Haaland have
The goal
not.
that Gakpo and the rest will score this season. He has scored this.
They tell you he has not scored in back-to. He has not scored in 2 games.
In
2 games. I'm sure he has not scored in 2 games. Why can't they? Wetin concern Isak?
I know they tell you that this guy is the highest goal scorer in Europe as of today.
Isak is a player in transition.
And by the way, you were the one that was crying that no other person is scoring apart from Haaland. What's happening? Blah blah. You don't see the other people that they score that you are crying that Haaland is not scoring. Rest your case.
It's going to be an interesting
Go and buy striker. Don't worry. Go and get.
I get Fulham now. It's not for me. I get Fulham.
You get Wilson.
Because I don't get Wilson. I get Fulham. Until tomorrow, I'll tell you how to deal with my neck.
Fulham is going in January now. You can't.
You know me. I go tie him down. I go tie him down till summer.
Okay.
I go tie him down. It better pass that column, whoever that is there. But again, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough because I expect Calvin Bassey to just shut down Haaland, please.
But let's see what happens in this game. In Craven Cottage this season, it's an interesting place to go to. They have won 4 there, drawn 1, and only 1 defeat in that place. They have scored 15 goals. So Fulham has scored 15 goals. It's going to be an interesting game for City. Is very, very strong. They have this thing about if their captain, I'm talking about Manchester City captain, if he's going to start or not today. It's going to be an interesting, but everybody is expecting Haaland to start.
Bench.
As
you want bench captain?
Bench.
Captain Bernardo.
But my own is that I want to see Chukwueze play very well today. Since he has started, I think 2 games in a row now, he has started for Fulham. I'm hoping because if he plays very, very well, maybe either they sign him permanently, Fulham, or he moves to a bigger club. Yes. So either ways is very good for him because I think he's a skillful player. He just needs an environment where he can showcase his skills.
Waiting one big pass from Villarreal to AC Milan and was dropped to the bench. It's just a performance and consistency.
It's not a performance thing, man.
Let me tell you one thing.
At AC Milan, it was never performance.
It was performance.
It's not performance.
It was performance.
I disagree with you because we've seen it happen week in, week out, season in, season out. You get a player in, the manager is not the same manager, or they go and buy a shiny object. They bring the shiny object and put it in. Look at excuse me. Look at Ekitike coming into Liverpool. Started the season well, doing everything as he should do. And then out of nowhere, Baba is forced to be on the bench for like almost 4 weeks because Isak has to start because he came on a bigger paycheck. At the end of the day, he has more goals than the guy. Do you get it? So what will you now say is Ekitike's fault? There's no fault on Ekitike because the manager prefers playing this man in that position. Same thing, you're playing a dead player in the likes of what's this guy's name now, Christian Pulisic,
and he has more contributions.
Who hasn't had a better season than his season at Dortmund. And you bring him in, starting ahead of Chukwueze, force Chukwueze to come in 10 minutes into the game and expect him to do wonders. How?
Okay, now let me show you. I think Pulisic was there before, went on injury, and they had to bring in Chukwueze, which is that kind of young competition in this side. And trust me, I've said it, no bigger team than going from Villarreal from here to here. AC Milan is 10x bigger than Villarreal. If you look at my own books, I don't know about your.
I'm talking about History FC now.
Now it don't concern you whether History FC or not. They recently won the La Liga whether 4 years or 5 years ago. It doesn't matter. But again, it's a bigger team than Villarreal anytime, any day. And you move from here to here, and you could not hold on to starting spot. And you're competing with an injury-prone player. He comes back from injury, he has more goals contribution than you off the bench. And you said manager keep starting you in the game. I keep saying it, no matter how you say it. No matter how you want to say it.
Where I disagree with you again is that team has multiple wingers, and even Rafaelia that you're talking about, that you're singing his hype song. Rafaelia's numbers in that season in particular was not up there.
Numbers is not big. It's not.
Lia's number was not up there. Lia was used on the left and on the right. Simple.
See, let me now tell you, Chukwueze's numbers for AC Milan in the same period they play together cannot lace the boots of Real.
How many goals did he get?
But again, like I said, it's a one-off team. You come to a Premier League team, you perform well.
And you got a
starting, you perform well, you get a starting shirt.
That means you're
doing something right. And that's one thing he didn't do at AC Milan.
I disagree with you, man.
In a training section where they asked them to, I think Allegri's first and second training section, where it was sprint. You have to run a certain level, you have to run a certain way, you have to do this, you have to do that. After the training session, he came out to say, if not like this, we go run. If not like this, we go run. Football no go sweet though. This one is not mine.
Chukwueze is going to play. Maybe start today. Let's see if he's going to do well. If he does well, it's fine. But if it's not, we'll see what happens against Fulham. Who wins in that game? Fulham versus Man City. Who wins?
Absolute quiet, because no even sure that was City will win. I stand with Fulham. Marco Silva, do the host for me. Do it for me.
Marco Silva is not a good coach.
I'm not saying he's a better coach. I'm not saying he's a great coach. I'm just telling him to do one thing.
I'm just calling BS on the show, man. I'm calling BS. Secondly, City for the win.
I say Marco Silva, do the best for me. Marco Silva must not be a very good coach to get 3 points against City.
Yeah.
I must not like you.
Paulo
Fonseca is a very, very big flop when it comes to managing. But he almost went to the finals of the Europa League. And he's winning 6-0 in Lyon now.
Okay, let's see. Bournemouth is going to play Everton. Everton lost their last game. Both teams lost their former games. Everton, Bournemouth were leading 2-0 against Sunderland, but Sunderland came back to score 3, so they lost that game. But Everton was trashed at home, 4-1. So who wins in this game? Do you think that their coach, Everton coach, Moyes, can probably run back? But Bournemouth is actually strong this season, even though that loss was surprising for everyone. After they went up to score 2 goals against Sunderland, everyone thought probably they were going to run away with it, but it happens. But this game, what do you think will happen in this game? Who wins?
It's going to be tough to call because both managers are under pressure. One person wants to deliver European competition, while the other person wants to stable the ship first, be in the Prem for a very long time before competing for Continental. I was talking about David Moyes, while the other man is targeting the European competition. And with performance of this team so far this season, I don't think he's anywhere near where he wants the team to be, and he's going to add more pressure on the players to deliver more, and I think it's going to be tough on them on this one. Both teams coming up of a terrible loss in their last games, maybe going to end in a draw.
Okay, John?
Yeah, I see Bournemouth winning this one. If you're talking about Everton haven't given me the confidence that for consistent 5 games you can score more than 1 goal. So Bournemouth for the win.
Okay, Bournemouth for the win. Okay. Then the final game for today is Newcastle versus Spurs. Tottenham I don't know I can't explain what is wrong with Tottenham as an organization. Most times they bring in a new coach. The coach first 5, 6, 7 games, you could see potential. Then suddenly they will follow up so hard that you are wondering what is wrong with these people. Sometimes they will fight back, maybe sometimes and end of the season and finish somewhere around 6th, 5th, and play Europa League, or sometimes qualify for the Champions League. But it's been a long time they have even challenged anything for the title. Now, Spurs lost their last game against Fulham at home, and Frank is under pressure. Newcastle has been struggling, but they won their last game too. But if you look at the game, what do you think will happen, and who wins in this game?
It's going to be tough to call. Both teams are after that disappointing lose against Fulham in their last game. It's going to be tough to just say Thomas Frank is going to, it's going to be tough. You look at Tottenham side, like you said, this season they are on, this next game they are off, this game they are on, they are like consistently inconsistent this period. But I'm still looking forward to the Richarlison front line and Tottenham attack to get something out of this one. Some players are back in the injury list again, but again, they can survive without those players.
Okay. I disagree.
John?
I feel like it's a game where the team in better form wins it.
Yeah,
and for me, that's Newcastle.
There's
no way for you to whitewash it or paint it out. The better team at the moment is going to win it, which is Newcastle winning this game, maybe 3-1 or whatever. But the bottom line is that Vicario was the architect of their loss in the last game. But take away Vicario's misbehavior in that game, it's still a 1-1 game. If you take it away, what was the chances created in that game? What was the chances, goal shots on target? What were those hard facts? The hard facts are not in their favor. If you go and you look at possession, you go and you look at how the team defend as a unit, how they move the ball, you come back and you say that, bro, this thing, I don't know how Tottenham are doing it, but they are not yet.
My own is that
they haven't found their pattern.
It's not pattern. There is something wrong with Spurs. I don't know what is wrong, because they have tried Conte, they have tried Mourinho. Pochettino stayed longer
because he went to European Cup.
He tried and tried.
And he went to Champions League final.
So they brought in all the big coaches, and they kept complaining about something wrong. The same thing now everybody's complaining about Manchester United, that once you are coaching Manchester United, there is something wrong with the environment, even though that now they have changed a lot of things there. They are trying to change the culture. The same thing is wrong with Spurs. I won't say they have sacked Levy, but Levy have resigned, so you cannot say it's his problem
now. But the new management will have to still start reinvesting in the summer next season.
It's not about reinvestment.
Imagine, do you know how many strikers
how much was spent this summer too? See, it's not about investment.
This summer now Levy spend now, no worry. Now after summer close, now Levy come out. But again, like I said, you said before, you said both teams the team in form. Both teams now the same amount. It's best of the same that the same amount bond.
Even though that Newcastle have won back-to-back games.
What are we saying, man?
It's going to be interesting.
The both teams that best of the same the same amount bond them. They be consistently inconsistent. But again, talk about Tottenham side. We talk about the attack. The attack still score goals. Defense is still, I would still say defense is still porous, missing key players in midfield through injuries. Again, I feel like this Tottenham side, apart from that first 11 that is Bujo, the rest of the players they have around them is just there or thereabout.
Well,
and again, when they have very set standards, some players had been dropped because of their lateness to training and all of that, which means he wants to set a disciplinary action.
Now, Bosuma, that once now.
No, you don't another player. You don't another player. I think he did it for Danso 1 or 2 games.
But apart from that, they still have a quality bench, because this like guy, Jairo Simeon, is still stays on the bench. It's just recently
for the attack.
No, it's not recently they started playing with Richarlison and
Kolomwani
now. One of them always been on the bench, so they always have quality bench. It's just that somehow they don't still win.
Understand? You have quality bench on the attack. Midfield, tell me the quality bench already there.
So
Backville, academy graduate.
But let's see now, all these things that they need to start fixing up. But who wins in that game? Newcastle. But both of them have 18 points on the table. Just
Newcastle.
Difference is Tottenham is 12th on the table with 18 points. Newcastle is 13th with 18 points. So who wins in this game?
Newcastle.
I'm still sticking with Tottenham Hotspur, please.
Okay, but let's see. Frank needs to start. I want Frank to do a bit.
I know he support teams for London, but again, Tottenham is just one of those teams. Yeah.
Okay, let's move away from the Premier League and talk about the La Liga. The La Liga game, in one big game today, is going to be Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid. It's going to be first versus fourth. You remember, Real Madrid dropped points at the weekend. They finished that game at 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah, they finished that game 1-1 at the weekend. So
after the league goes, our goal we scored a cancel now.
Yeah, now Barcelona are top of the league now with just 1 point. But it's going to be an interesting battle. At some point, I think Real Madrid we are 4 points ahead of Barcelona, 5 points thereabouts after winning them in that Clasico. But back-to-back points, they just dropped back-to-back. This is the second game in a row Real Madrid have.
Third game in a row.
Is it third game in a row?
Third game, 3 games now.
Wow.
Draw 2-2, 2-2, 1-1. Draw. They've not lost, but they just playing draw.
The Juventus they won't become.
Draw Madrid.
They have been drawing games, 3 draws in a row. Yeah, 3 draws in a row. But let's see. Yeah, they are in last 5 games, 1, 2, and 3 draws in a row have caused them. They now dropped to second on the table now. Barcelona is first. But talking about Atletico in their last 5 games have won all 5 games. Gradually they are building and they are winning.
Team in form.
Underground they are now building, winning games. You know, they started the league, they lost a game, drew about 2 or 3 games, and everybody was thinking, okay, after buying 11 players, they were struggling because truthfully, if you buy that amount of players, they will struggle.
They win one, draw a couple, win one,
yeah,
draw a couple.
But now
again, you now look at the season, they've only lost 1 game.
That's the thing. That 1 game they lost early in the season.
They've only lost 1 game.
That 1 game they trashed Real Madrid and they drew a couple of games. They started winning all games after that. 5 games, last 5 games, 15 points. They have 31 points, just 3 points ahead behind Barcelona and 2 points behind Real Madrid. Even though Villarreal are doing well, even though they are not doing well in the Champions League, they have won all their last 5 games in the La Liga. So they have 32 points. So in the La Liga, Barcelona has 34 points, Real Madrid have 33 points, Villarreal have 32 points, and Atletico Madrid have 31 points. That's top 4. But today is going to be Barcelona first versus Atletico Madrid. If Atletico win this game, they will draw level with Barcelona. But if Barcelona wins, they will go high. If it's a draw, then Real Madrid have a chance to go top tomorrow. But if you look at this game too, it's going to be a tough game. What do you think will happen in that game?
Okay, first and foremost, talking about Barcelona, there are 3 talking points in general when you talk about Barcelona. First and foremost is the defense. We saw the defense get exploited against Chelsea. We saw the defense concede the first goal in that encounter against Alaves that they played over the weekend. They won the game later 3-1, but the defense was an issue. Coming against an Atletico Madrid side that scored for fun, we saw them score in the weekend with Solot and a couple of other characters in the team. We are seeing them win games consistently, and their attack is phenomenal right now. Alvarez, Solot, Griezmann.
Griezmann stays on the bench this day, but once
he comes in, he produces something for the team. So I'm worried for that defense, seeing as Barcelona right now cannot financially improve that defense with signings.
Why are they not playing Christensen? That's the thing. He gave an excuse why he played this guy, the Martin,
Eric Garcia and
Dan Martins after the international break. He said that because Christensen played a couple of games with them, man. But he don't reach about 2 or 3 games. The guy still there.
Thank you. That's the thing. So, I think there's an issue there.
Yeah, they're trying to force him out.
Yeah, so there needs to be, maybe it's on a big wage. I expect it's going to be on a big wage. That's why they're trying to force him out. But that defense, no help is coming till end of season because they're not going to spend in January. They don't even have to get the money. That's why the upgrade of the stadium is such a big thing for them, because they can get extra revenue from those 100 and something thousand seats. Coming back now to the midfield availability, we have key players that are not available. Yes, Pedri is back. We are talking about form now. Is he going to hit the ground running, or is he going to need some time? That's another thing. So I think these key places. Then secondly, how they cope with their transition football. That high line. We saw Chelsea exploit it. We saw this other team they played over the weekend exploit it as well. And then transition to the man up forward is an issue, because he wasn't getting supply over the weekend.
Well, obviously, Yamal is going to be dangerous.
As they shout all the things they talk so far. All the things they talk so far for here, Nana. Baka. I'm just saying baka.
The FCB side.
We always call teams, talk about the team, so we talk about how to expose them. You've talked about everything is wrong with the Barca side, and that's how to expose them. The high line, overlap, overcrowd the midfield, try to break the high line with your run-ins and all of that. That's the way to expose the Barcelona side. But again, talking about Atletico Madrid, they're not a team that plays plenty of tiki-taka. It's mostly long ball, defending the midfield. Don't defend. Before, it used to be Atletico Madrid sitting deep and defending, inviting more pressure into their final third. But again, now it's not about inviting pressure. It's about closing down the pressure from the middle of the field and hitting on the break from there. And they have the players, the pace. And now with the players they brought in this season, they want to play tiki-taka. You're not going to compete with Barcelona against tiki-taka. You're going to play the way you know how to play, so you can get the point. I'm just saying, no matter how you say Barca is a big side for this one, Atletico Madrid for the win, no.
Whatever they are doing in the last 5 games is working for Atletico. So if they
win the ball in midfield, progress fast, score your goal, come back and absorb pressure.
The thing about Barcelona, Lewandowski is back. He has already scored 8 goals already since he came back from injury. He has had 8 goals in La Liga goals. Only Mbappe has more. And the La Liga, Rafinha is back from injury. Rashford is back
crazy over the weekend.
Rashford is back from injury. Rafinha is back from injury. Yamal has, even though against Chelsea, no day, but he can't day for
the weekend.
Omo is there. Lopez have a knock. Pedri is back. So it's going to be an interesting game. For Atletico, they have Solot, they have Alvarez, they have Griezmann, they have a lot of players in that Atletico team that will make them think. But it's going to be an interesting game when they play in the La Liga, when they play Atletico at home at the Spotify
Camp
Nou. It's a new stadium. They renovated that place. They're still working on it. They're still working on one. I think one side of the field finished off. They will continue doing that, but they are now back at their original stadium. So, what is your prediction for this game?
It could be a draw, but Barcelona winning.
Could be a draw. It's Atletico Madrid, ATM. We draw.
Are we looking at high scoring game or just
maybe 1-1,
1-0 win?
Of course, the game over the weekend should give you an indication to how this is going to go. So, a high scoring one.
You don't see where 2 teams so they play offensive high scoring game. Play before me, they score high for themselves.
Bro, Real Madrid, Atletico. Look at the scoreline.
The 2 of them at the time were not playing high scoring games.
Oh wow.
Atletico was winning 1-0. I said 2 teams that are playing high scoring. If you look at the last 5 games for Atletico, they've been scoring multiple goals. And look at Barcelona, they've been scoring multiple goals. This one is going to be a narrow win. If anybody is going to win it. We don't expect anything more than 2-3 goals in this match.
Okay, let's see what happens.
I disagree.
Okay, let's see what happens in that game. It's going to be an interesting game today. Barcelona will play at home against Atletico Madrid today by 9 p.m. But let's see who is going to win. If Barcelona wins, they will extend their lead at the top of the table. If Atletico wins, they are going to be on the same point.
They'll come second.
The same point with Barcelona. They will give Real Madrid another chance when they play Atletico Bilbao away. It's a tough game. If they win, they will go top. But it depends on what happens today. But let's see. It's going to be an interesting game of football. Barcelona will play Atletico Madrid by 9 p.m. Okay, let's go away from league title and talk the AFCON. Remember, AFCON is going to start 21st of December. AFCON is going to start 21st of December. It's going to be an interesting game. It will be held in Morocco. And everybody is start dropping their list gradually. And Cameroon dropped their own yesterday. And notable absentee in that is Onana has been dropped from that squad.
That be notable now.
And Vincent, their captain in quotes.
Captain grandpa. Now be the notable person.
Vincent was Abubakar was
37-year-old.
Both of them were left out. But Onana own was surprised because why they go drop Onana?
It surprised you?
Why you not go surprise me?
You see that a bad match?
It no matter, but see.
It matter! The matter long from here to my Matter has even seen this one run. It matter. Onana has cost is a good goalkeeper. All football fans know that Onana for Inter Milan was one of the best goalkeepers you could set your eyes on. On the ball, he has speed, composed on the ball, he makes credible saves, all of that. But again, in some games, he gets lost. Like what Mourinho said about David Dia, he said he loses focus when you play a shot from him from outside, from 30 yards out. And that's why sometimes you want to beat David Dia from outside shot. You get, but near post, say you come near and play shot, you play 17, you go catch 16 out of him. But from far, you play 17, you're scoring probably 15 of it. Maybe he makes 2 saves out of it. Onana is that not a goalkeeper. Near post is, in recent years, near post is useless. Far from post is useless. 40 yards out is absolutely, I don't know what to say. But again, Cameroon dropping him out of the squad is like they have somebody else. They don't have the best, but they have something that they can work with. Because this competition is not going to allow you make some kind of mistakes. This competition does not forgive those kind of mistakes. And this same message is going to the same our goalkeeper, the same Moabali. There are some mistakes you can't make in AFCON. you make it your career is over from there.
Well,
And I think that was
dropping off the whole squad.
Now
Except there's an internal issue.
See, he's made the errors over and over again.
It's not about the errors.
FA has invited
It's
him
not
for a
about the
discussion.
error.
FA has invited him for discussions. We've talked about it in private meetings. We talked about it in public meetings. We talked about it in the press. There's still no corrections made.
John, what do you think? Why do you think they dropped?
Pain went straight to Abubakar because he's their highest goal scorer in the last
forget
competition.
about Abubakar. Nobody will remember Abubakar.
Highest
Yes,
goal scorer in the last
nobody will remember Abubakar.
For this particular.
For this, but what are we saying?
I'm
Like you have, what are you saying? In the attacking line, you are not looking for players.
No,
Please.
Who be that Hala? Okay, Hala is from.
You have Mbeumo. You have other credible options in the attacking position.
You have Mbeumo and the other person
Abubakar
in front of them.
I feel that they will regret the decision to drop Onana because whoever they are bringing in is still going to need time to bear. Look at.
He's been in the team too.
It's not about being in the team. Are you playing? It's not about being in the team. Are you working with the defenders available? We saw in this season currently we are seeing two goalkeepers test run their self with their teams. We are seeing Mamadashvili test run himself. We've seen James Trafford test run himself. We've seen Kelleher test run in the first 2-3 games of the season. And in all these three goalkeepers mentioned, for their first 2-3 games, they all conceded. Even Mamadashvili is still conceding till tomorrow. He's still conceding to Trafford entering maybe FA Cup or Carabao Cup or whatever. He's still conceding. Do you get it? So whoever is going to come in is still going to concede. The question now is, can the team counteract that concession by scoring goals? And I'm sure that's why they dropped they feel that they can bear the risk of having that guy in that position, hoping that he's going to have maybe 2 or 3% better than Onana. So it's a gamble. If it goes well, they will clap for them. If it doesn't go well, they will clamor for Onana back.
There's a question mark of dropping your highest goal scorer in the last competition. There's always a question mark around it. But there's no question mark for dropping the person who cost you the competition in the first place.
Oh, wow.
Talking about conceding goals. Because let's talk about it. AFCON World Cup qualifiers, AFCON. African World Cup qualifiers. You look at all their games through. This guy is always coming in to score goals. Whenever he's available on the side, whenever he's called up, he scored the goals. He's always tried. He's like that Osimhen of the side. Whether the team they do it, the team they do it. I go score goal for my name.
It's not be playing first team football
for a while.
That's why they dropped him.
So
now.
we understand that's how they drop him. But again, Ian was not playing first team football, and we still keep calling him.
Well, the coach tried to drop him.
It's different things, different strokes for different folks.
If we go get mind, drop Abubakar, and it go dey also right to drop Onana that has cost us top games.
Okay, let's say I just mentioned it because he's a high-profile goalkeeper.
The profile don't they
from Inter Milan to AC Milan. Sorry, to Manchester United to
Galatasaray.
No, not Galatasaray. Playing somewhere in
from Galatasaray.
Not both teams though, but one of those teams in Turkey. But he's been dropped.
I think it's Trabzonspor.
Yeah, Trabzonspor. Yeah. He's been dropped from that African Cup of Nations, so he's going to stay in Turkey, continue playing football while others play. Quickly, before we start taking phone calls, Nick was talking about President was talking about Kane. He's talking about Kane has a release clause till end of January. After that, anybody can trigger it and he can move. I keep asking the question: do you think that Kane should just come back to England? And because I think he has a couple of goals behind Alan Shearer to become the highest goal scorer in England. I'm always thinking if probably he moved to another club, bigger club, not Manchester, maybe Man City on all, he probably have broken that record by now. But Kane is a good player. Do you think he should stay in Germany or move back to England? His contract ends in 2027.
I know. I want to ask one question. Move back to where?
That's the problem. Which club?
Move back to where? Move back to Tottenham.
No, not Tottenham.
Bundesliga where they carry back to back. Come back Tottenham.
No, not Tottenham.
Who needs a striker though?
Man U.
Moving on, please.
Actually, I need striker.
Come on, Joe.
Because Callum Wilson is not. No, I need striker now. Why we shall be come out, Joe? I get striker.
So you want to tarnish any hope of this man winning any trophy?
He has won the trophy he needs to win.
Oh,
and
wow.
I believe this season, by the grace of the football he plays, Champions League is coming his way.
I think if Kane is leaving, he should go to FCB.
If Champions
No,
League comes
I don't
this
think he
week,
should go to FCB.
he fits
I'm
the
talking about
profile,
him coming
yeah.
back to England, for
Because
example.
to break Alan
Oh.
Shearer's
Alan
record,
Shearer has 260 goals. He has his second. He's currently second. He has not played in the
Agreed.
for
the Premier
3
League
years.
for almost 2 or 3
Agreed.
years now. He has 213. Just
Kane
about less
coming
than 50
next
goals.
season is still valid. It mustn't be this January.
No, he's saying in the summer now. Should he come back in the summer?
Yeah, his contract ends in 2027. So Bayern Munich want to cash out because let me collect more money now and put for
Give him a
pocket.
new contract.
I don't think he was going to sign on that contract.
They should give him a 1-year extension.
At some point, he said something about
he lost Bayern Munich.
No, he said something about if it was when he left England newly, he was talking about coming back to England as soon as possible. But now he loves the club and he wants to stay for a very long
my
time.
own is that
And now they're not to say release clause. They're not the final, they'll take cash out.
Yeah, and number two, if you look at it, if in quotes, if the Bayern Munich somehow wins the Champions League this season, that means he achieved a league title and a Champions League.
Then England now win World Cup.
Yeah.
Oh! 2 league titles,
yeah,
a Champions
they
League.
will now look for a club in England where they can give him freedom to score. It's just 15 more goals. And it's less than 15 more goals, he becomes the highest goal. Do you know what it means to be the
If
highest
you
goal
equal
scorer?
the record or break the record, you still have to extend it. So it's not just one season, come back to the Premier
check it
League
now.
and
Check
then.
it now. If he plays just 3 seasons, there is no way Kane will
Can
not
he
score
play-
50 goals
Can he
in 3
play, the
seasons.
thing is, if he comes to Premier League now, can he deliver 15 goals a season for the next 3 seasons?
It's Kane we are talking about here.
Is
One
Kane
is going to take all the
His goal
penalties.
scoring, okay, that's so. Just the
He's-
penalties, sorry.
He's going to if he plays. I think he's 33 years or 33 years. If
33.
he comes back next year and plays
He'll
just
be
3,
he'll be 34.
yeah, if he plays just 3 or 3
Yeah.
seasons, for me, I think the wise thing to do, whether they win the Champions with Bayern, you come back to England, you have won the league title, and you're going to do it twice, so nobody will say that I have not won any trophy. Come back to, I don't know which club though, in England, maybe somewhere, even if it's Manchester United, come back and score, or Arsenal,
But
depending.
the rivalry is going to make him not go to Arsenal.
Yeah,
Is your chorus on him now? I think it's a good
No,
one.
I mean the rivalry. Tottenham versus Arsenal. You know, go.
It depends on who is going to come, but I just feel
it's from the white side of London.
I just feel that he has a list clause.
I think the best players would have been Chelsea if they weren't a pro youth
Yeah,
team.
why didn't I even remember Chelsea?
It's Chelsea.
Chelsea go need them.
Yeah, it's Chelsea.
Made alone the lap and just leave.
No,
Pedro.
leave the lap.
Or
Leave
Pedro.
the lap. You
At
can
least-
sell Pedro.
Pedro will not be played as a midfielder. We now know that Pedro is a midfielder.
I think for me personally,
No, I think yes. He needs to come to a
back, yes.
team, a top team. At least have 2 seasons with that top
At least
team.
if
Then
he has
move
what,
to
2
a team
seasons
where
with
we'll
Chelsea,
get
the lap
more
will know how to play for the unit. Because the lap is that player that is very
The
aggressive.
thing about Harry Kane is that he can play behind the striker.
Of
and
course,
he
we
can-
Same
see
thing
him
with
do it
Pedro
for,
now.
Yeah.
for
So,
And
Bayern.
that's what I'm saying. He's selfless. He creates the chances for other players to score. He also scores his goal when he gets the opportunity. So I think that's one thing the lap will have to learn from him. Because the lap is very selfish.
my own is that the only thing that happened with Harry Kane, if he have knew, but no, he have probably
That time
gone
Man U
to
dey go call am.
which leave Man U first.
Leave Man U.
When Man City they look for
Now
him.
only first fighter before Man City.
Whenever if Pep call, you just answer that call.
Only call am, you know,
by
answer.
now, the difference now by now that they will probably not have bought
6
Haaland.
Premier League titles.
That's just the difference now is that probably they might not have bought Haaland maybe because of Harry Kane is there, which probably they might not even lose anything.
6
though.
Premier League titles,
But,
1 Champions League,
but,
and
I
a
think-
flurry of
I
other
think
titles.
he missed that, but Harry Kane is a fantastic player. I didn't know why he stayed at Spurs for a very,
That's
very
what
long
he stayed
time.
though.
Very, very long. If he had moved to any other club in England within that period, you would have made them title contenders immediately.
Imagine him moving to Liverpool.
Then everywhere goes scatter. See, but let's see.
I know.
if he's going
I
to
remember.
move.
I remember when United lost a couple of Europa League finals because they didn't have a striker and they were looking
So
for.
Harry Kane has 213 goals, just a couple of goals. Alan Shearer has 260. Even though he has not played in Premier League for almost 3 years, he's still second on that table. Rooney has 208 goals. Salah has done well for himself. He's fourth on the table, highest goal scorer in the Premier League. He has 190. But let's see if Harry Kane is going to come back to England. Okay, let's take phone calls and get your contribution about all these things we are talking about. The number to call is 0706 048 5853. You can call us and talk about the Barcelona game or the Premier League game, or if you think that Harry Kane should come back to England to complete this 260 mark that Alan Shearer is the highest goal scorer. Okay, let's take phone calls. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good
to
morning.
you. Name and location, please.
Prince of Manchester from Maryland.
Okay, your contribution.
anytime when they talk about you matter, all of them go just they wipe on my side, check out. Who tell na say you no go do well for man you?
I help me ask them all.
If I go trophyless now.
Who no go come team wey be say na them the king of England? 20 time champion.
Have you?
See, now I tell you about one thing about the club. If you want to go to a club, any big player, almost go to a club whereby please of cup, air fresher of cup is waving around them. You go win trophy. Even though you did bench, you go win trophy. Anthony Nogu. Anthony win 2 trophies more than Bukayo Saka.
Okay.
So that is one thing about the winning, the trophy winning. That is how about it. So that one aside. If then come man, you can go win trophy.
Ebelebe.
Okay. So that
No, forget they just give you a small advantage. No, I just wake up from sleep.
Which small advantage you give me? You carry am for hand give me. You don't give me advantage, bro. You don't give me any advantage. Be coming down.
Because if you say we continue to win, we for lose.
Now me tell you, may you not continue to the win.
You know, say we not get wicked as PSG, Juventus, we win 13 straight, 13 years straight.
All right.
We not get that wicked. So for today's match, it's very to be a little tough for City at Craven Cottage. A little. Even if they are going to win, it will just be 3-1, 2-1.
Okay. All right.
Definitely, City is going to consider that one is 100% certain. 100% they are considering. You know, say people don't know how to. They have learned how to score Donnarumma. They say that guy is too huge. So you get as one play confusion for the defense. If both keeper and defense will take confused, they just play ball.
Yes, now one can be further than you are shadow, depending the direction of the sun or the weather, you know. So anyone who is saying that we are faster than our shadow, yes, we are faster than our shadow.
Okay.
Yes. Who can never allow anybody to. I don't know what happened. Chelsea try anyway, but then let's see what will happen next.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
So,
Okay. Sorry, I thought you said thank you.
Yeah, allowed to be faster than your shadow because it's the top table.
No worry now.
No worry.
Don't worry.
I'm going to remind you for February.
Leroy to come.
I'll remind you for February.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning to you. Name and location, please.
Yeah, it's me, Bishop.
Okay.
Welcome.
Yes, I have a question.
Okay.
For that portrays my point. I want to ask, Arsenal fans always say Man U is Man U is this or Man U is the old glory and they are the new glory. And the question is there any trophy club should win that Arsenal has won latest than Man U?
They never win anything, no.
I'm coming. It's Champions League. We won it later. The latest Arsenal. Premier League. We have the latest in Arsenal. FA Cup. We have the latest in Arsenal. Cup. We have it latest.
Have you?
Where is that league?
And I'm a Zach ever.
This game has just decided. We have played the Europa League final twice from 2020. We have played the Europa League twice from 2020. We have now within 2 months, maybe one or even the two. Depending on who Hurricane is. We have won from then. We have won FA Cup. We have won Carabao Cup. We have nothing of these 3 trophies. And that's now where is the who? Like in the past, who have won these trophies later? That is my question. I don't know if you're easy for question.
Yeah.
If you are old, national is what are they presenting as the US?
Now this season
they are presenting.
Now this season title 9 and they present.
Bishop.
They are still presenting US trophies than them.
Bishop, when last did you play Champions League football? When last did you finish in the top 4?
That's what they are presenting.
That is what they are presenting. What they are presenting now is top 4 finish.
Simple.
And you don't have it.
Someone who is married, you know they use marriage to do am totori. You don't even understand. Marriage, why you go to see Apori?
But
I have not won one. I have 3 of it.
Okay.
I didn't go there. It's not something you should become. No, I have a house. You have a house. I didn't come to a house competition. Doesn't mean that I don't have.
Okay. All right, Bishop. All right, Bishop.
But Bishop,
All right, Bishop.
I don't get am 3 now.
All right,
But na old model.
Thank you very much, Bishop. Thank you very much.
All right,
Thank
Na
you
old
very much,
model you
Bishop.
get.
Bishop, I have to go now, Bishop. All right, thank
Na
you.
old model.
Thank you very much, Bishop.
Okay. But I don't touch
Nah,
Manchester
old
As
United.
model.
Man United